Welcome everyone to our 5th happiness habit in our midlife challenge that we're on, and we are halfway through, so congratulations for getting to halfway. Super proud of you and hope you're having fun and that you're finding it useful. So I've just finished a yoga workshop and I'm really quite shaky. It was quite challenging, and we did it here in my garden. My yoga teacher comes every now and then and teaches in my garden because of social distancing, so I thought I would just share a little bit of my garden with you as well. And today's challenge it's actually a good one to have for halfway through our challenge. Or today's habit, sorry, is halfway through our challenge, is because I'm going to give it a name and I'm going to call it the happiness pivot. Because pivot is like the word, so I'm a bit tickled by using this word that we've all learned in COVID. And it's not quite a pivot, but it's a slight shift. So you might have listened to a podcast that I did a while ago called, it was around something called the 2% shift. And many of you might know this kind of phenomenon. And the idea is that if a pilot is flying a plane, or someone is driving a boat or steering a boat, and they're heading due north, and they take 2% different direction, just 2% off that, they will end up in a completely different place by the end of their journey. And I really love the 2% concept for our work in self-development and in learning to coach ourselves, is because a tiny change made today can have a massive impact in a year's time, a month's time, 5 years time, 10 years time. So it's called the 2% shift. But I've actually changed it slightly through COVID into 1%. So, and I'm calling it the 1% pivot, because it's when you notice where you are, like in the moment, what's going on with me emotionally? Am I feeling a bit grumpy? That's my one, kind of quite irritated. Are you feeling a bit sad? Are you feeling a bit worried or a bit anxious? And instead of trying to pivot your feelings and move away from them completely, all I'm saying with the 1% is, can I make 1% shift? So we're certainly not denying when we're not feeling great. Remember that I'm not about overriding sadness, anxiety and difficulties. That's where we go to really learn about ourselves and our true happiness. But at the same time, in the moment, we can just make just a 1% shift. I use it a lot for myself, particularly around work, when I'm feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't feel like working, I don't feel like doing this one task. And I go, what about just 1% less resistance? And it's amazing what happens. So now throughout my day, and I use it a lot, 1%, 1%. So it's really tiny. Like I said, the Happiness Habits Challenge is about small, tiny changes that we can make. So I think the best way to integrate this is maybe just draw a big 1% on a piece of paper and stick it on your fridge for the next couple of days, just to remind you, because this is quite a new concept and you might forget about it. And I've already given you the reminder on your phone as an example to use with one of the happiness habits. So create a sticky note either in your journal or on your computer screen, or a piece of paper on your fridge. Just that 1% can make all the difference. Like 1% in the relationship with your partner. Now be a little bit softer, just 1% kinder. Can be 1% less grumpy, 1% less anxious. Anyway, have fun. I've talked for ages. See you online. Bye. Oh, and I've lost my off.